Hello everybody, this is my 6-month spinal update. I just had some time to do it. We're about to go out and run some errands. Coincidentally, unfortunately, my 2-year-old just drank like 6 Red Bulls or something, so he's been going crazy. So if you hear some noise in the background, I do apologize. I got a few questions or inquiries in my videos lately, so I thought, what better time for an update? 6 months and 5 days officially. So we'll kind of like summarize a few things, and basically, like, if you want to know about like how much does this cost and stuff, you can find that in some of the more earlier videos. And you're not going to find anything super specific, just because like my insurance, it was Blue Cross Blue Shield, so it's going to be individualized more to me. So if you do want more information than that, videos probably 2 and 3 probably better for that. But it's really just a general update. A lot of people are asking me, especially on Facebook, and I'll get to like that Facebook support groups here at the end, but like, how are you doing? What are you doing? Any limitations? Any pain? So, you know, all those like expected questions, I'll touch on that. I had somebody, so let me preface a little bit more. I got a 2-level artificial disc replacement. As you can probably see by my other videos, Dr. Rasouli was my surgeon. I'm kind of repping him today with my California hat. Did a great job. I got a 2-level ADR L4 to S1. The disc he used is called Pro Disc or Pro Disc L. There's a newer, more modern model that he used with me, and basically how it's different, you individualize it to size, which I don't think that's too different. So, you know, if you had just like a little bit of space for like a really long time, like for a decade, right? Like, you're probably not going to get a 14 millimeter disc. You might get the 10 or the 12. So these discs allow you to individualize your disc space, give you the proper amount of disc space rather than just jamming something and be like, all right, it's in there. Also, they individualize it towards your lordotic angle of your spine. So if you have less lordosis or more lordosis, they choose that model of device, whatever best individualizes to your specific spine anatomy, which I think is pretty cool. So I hope that answers your what disc did you get question. But just like an update on me physically, again, I'll lead into that. I think this is important. So I just moved to Hinesville, Georgia, and why that's important is because I'll be living on post at Fort Stewart. It's an Army base in southeast Georgia, for those who don't know. I'm working as a strength conditioning coach / human performance coach with a program called H2F. And why that's important is because it's a fairly strenuous job. I work out with soldiers. I train them, a lot of the combative soldiers, the Army Rangers. Sometimes I work out with them. I'm lifting things, I'm moving things, I'm setting up equipment for workouts. So as you can see, this would not be a career position someone who has a bad back would take on, or has back issues or pain. So I hope that's painting a picture of where I'm at. I got cleared at 12 weeks, so about 3 months ago. Since 12 weeks, I've been doing virtually everything. Of course, some of the more intense or skill-based things were more slow-rolled and strategically progressed into my program, into my fitness plan overall. I didn't just jump into things, so I did use a kind of a strategic, listen to your body, smart approach when advancing. But as of this moment and for a while, I've been doing plyometrics, various run workouts, whether that's tempo runs, sprints, hill sprints. I'm not a big distance runner. I'm kind of a bigger guy. I'm like maybe a hair over 6 foot, and I weigh about 215, 220. So I'm kind of built like a middle linebacker. I'm not really built for long distance. So I stay in about 5K shape, but I'm not somebody who's going to just go out and run like 8, 10, 12 miles, half marathon or anything. At this moment, I'm pretty much in 2-mile shape, and I say 2 miles specifically because I basically stay in like Army AFT shape. So like AFT is the fitness test that the Army uses, that if you're in basic training, you have to pass that and get a satisfactory score which is like somewhere over 300, to progress and get a contract, go to A school, get your job, become a soldier. So I did that 2 months ago, and so I wasn't even where I was today as far as like fitness level, and I finished right around 450. And so it's pretty close to maxing that out. So maxing that out would be I think a 500. So the plank kind of smoked me just because I'd been doing short planks. I hadn't been doing very long planks. So it was kind of I had not trained planks a whole lot. So my plank was like a minute 40. Like I can do like a 2:15 minute plank now. So I could have done better. So just to kind of like sprinkle in why that's important. Here we are 6 months and I'm still able to max out the Army fitness test, which isn't like incredibly hard for someone who's already very active or fit, but it's definitely not easy. So again, if that paints a picture with where I'm at physically, I also do jiu-jitsu, I do kickboxing. I don't deadlift a lot just because I'm 38 years old mostly, and so not even really specific to my back. It's just I'll maybe do some moderate weight trap bar deadlifts or some barbell dumbbell RDLs here and there, but I don't program them too often, or at least do them heavy. I'm not doing really Olympic lifting anymore or anything like that, but I'm squatting, I'm doing various squat workouts, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu again, and I'm doing them without any pain or discomfort. I don't even really think about my back anymore. I'm a human being, so of course I get some soft tissue flare-ups here and there that are just completely unrelated to the surgery and more related to being 38 years old and sleeping wrong sometimes and picking up my 40-pound 2-year-old sometimes and moving the wrong way. I'm a human being. Usually lasts a few hours, maybe 24 hours at the most, then it's back to forgetting I even had back surgery. I don't even think about it. Because of the lighting, you can notice I have a scar. I actually got a 2-level ADR in 2023. So there's videos on that you can watch as well if you're more interested in the cervical ADR. But I'll wrap this up. Just saying I'm in a really great place. My end goal, that's relatively short term. I'm a current applicant for Navy's NAOP program. It's a straight commission officer program. It's aerospace physiologist and operational. So basically, I will be doing something similar to what I'm doing now as a civilian for the Army, but for the Air Force, I'll be kind of a human performance expert for the Navy and also Marine pilots. So I passed my initial medical clearance to get my medical physical, that's called MEPS, later this year, and then acceptance will be in March. So I'll give you an update on that as soon as I know. But and then if you do want more support that this video can't give you, 2 good places. If you are on Facebook, ADR support and spine surgery education. If you search that group on Facebook, really great. A lot of Rasouli patients hang out there and post and offer their insight. Also, just ADR, artificial disc replacement, is a pretty good group as well. So I hope this video helped, answered some questions, shed some light on maybe some things that you've been mulling over. And if you have any more questions for me specifically, drop them in the comment or the comments, and maybe I'll see you around on the Facebook groups as well. But that's it.